Hello homies, welcome to our YouTube channel where we teach you about type 1 diabetes. I'm Caitlin and I'll be your type 1 tour guide, and behind the camera is Emma, my partner in crime. In today's video, we're going to be teaching you all how to count carbohydrates and about what carbohydrates are. So without further ado, let's get to it. So carbohydrates are the sugar, starches, and fibers in the foods that we eat, and they're what a diabetic counts in order to administer insulin. In another video, we'll talk about how to administer the insulin, but in this video, we're going to talk about how to count those carbs and calculate it using your numbers. So I'm going to show you all a couple foods. We're going to walk through how to count the carbs. So to start, we have a mixed berry generic like fruit and grain bar. So the nutrition, this is what the front of it looks like. So the nutrition labels for these, because they're individually packaged, are on the back. So if you read it, you can see that the serving size is 1 bar, which means one of these is the recommended amount to eat. When you look, there will be a section on there that says total carb. So for this 1 bar, since it's only 1 serving, it's 26 grams. So this means there's 26 grams of carbs in this bar. So I'll kind of give you my numbers and we can, practice calculating it using mine. So I'm 1 to 5, which means for every 5 carbs, I give myself 1 unit of insulin. So for this, I would be giving myself just over 5 units of insulin. I have a pump, so I'd enter in 26 and it would calculate the insulin for me and administer that. So that's it for the fruit bar. Next I've got some pretzels. So this is just like the nutrition label on the back. So there's 16 servings in this 1 bag of pretzels. The recommended serving is 28 grams or 17 pieces, which is what's in this bag. So the nutrition labels are mainly for 1 serving, but you need to make sure you read to make sure that the nutrition is for the 1 serving and not for the entire bag, because smaller bags may have just the nutrition for the entire bag. So in this particular bag of pretzels, for the serving size of the 17 pieces, there's 22 grams of carbs. For my numbers, with it being 1 to 5, this would be just over 4 units of insulin I'd be giving for just the 17 pretzels. Now, say I wanted to have 2 servings and count any 2 servings of the 17, then I would give myself 44 grams and calculate the insulin for that. So if you eat more than what's recommended in the serving size, just continue to add those carbs together and account for the total amount of carbs, not just the serving size. And so finally, I'm going to show you all Reese's Pieces. So obviously this is what the box looks like. The nutrition label is on the back for this as well. Candy, like box candy like this, is kind of deceiving sometimes because you think that this is 1 serving, but actually this 1 box of Reese's Pieces is 4 servings. So you have to be really careful about making sure that you're reading the serving size as well. So this is the serving size of the Reese's Pieces, which is 38 individual pieces. So for those 38 pieces, it's 19 carbs. So this would be just under 4 units of insulin for me in my 1 to 5 ratio. But also make sure, because right under the big nutrition facts, it will tell you most times like this has 4 servings. So you just have to make sure that you read those. Now, while I just showed you all foods, I will say that an easy way to cut out carbs in your daily diet is in your drinks. So instead of drinking everything like orange juice and soda, like regular sodas, it's important to try to drink like diet or zero, because they don't have any carbs. You can use juices to like help bring your sugar up, but not as much for just drinking. So for example, like this L8, it's a 0 sugar L8, but they also make them in diet, and you can see that on the back there's no carbs in this. This is 1 serving, but there's no carbs, so I can drink like as many of these as I want to without having to give myself insulin. Although water would be the best option, but if you do like drinking soda, that's a way to cut out on some of those carbs. So that's it for today's video. Let us know if you have any questions about anything that I demonstrated today. Until next time, homies.